30 years later, and what we remember most from April 19th is the same. The unforgettable images, bookmarked in our memories like pages. The massive smoke plume rising above downtown.
Very high and very dark, and it was obviously something really substantial.
Stunned first responders doing what they can to try and help.
We never saw a crime scene this big.
And most of all, the victims, all ages, shaken, confused, covered in blood, trying to comprehend how this could happen.
I got to 6th and Robinson, where the triage was going on, and kind of my life changed.
What we saw then and remember now is through the eyes of people like Phil Monahan, one of the people behind the camera documenting history.
We were just getting started. The meeting started at 9. It's 9:02, obviously. It was so sharp that everybody at the table came to their feet. Next thing we know, we're doing 100 miles an hour down Broadway Extension.
Phil showed up just minutes after the boom. His camera started rolling and never stopped, in every frame, capturing the chaos.
Seeing the video now and seeing it the first time I saw it that day, in color and in motion, yeah, it's a gut punch.
When it's outside the lens, it's a little more raw and you feel it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Photographers capture emotion and faces. That day, consumed by fear.
The children, that was one short block directly north of where the daycare center was in the Murrah building, and the kids were there. 15 years of being a photographer, went to work, and I shot what I shot, and then it dawned on me that I'm not there yet. I still haven't reached the pillar of smoke.
Phil realized he had to keep going, past the wounded children, past the blood and glass that covered the street. And just a block over, there it was.
Here's the pillar of smoke. I finally reached the pillar of smoke when I got here. Look at that. It got punched, stunned is a good way to look at it.
This video, watched countless times over 30 years, sure to be watched for 30 more. And Phil couldn't possibly know in the moment the symbolism right in front of him. In the foreground, the survivor tree, standing then as it still does today. A sign of strength on sacred soil.
30 years later, my reaction to watching this video is almost stunned again.
A career-defining moment, not just for a tenacious photographer, but for an entire city, which would never be the same. But Phil's rare connection to April 19th goes deeper than what he saw through his lens.
Courtroom artist, being a federal trial, there's no cameras allowed.
He unboxed a special memory for us, another image, this time not recorded, but drawn. So there you are.
Yeah, I mean, all the players, me, this is Vicky Bahana, who's our DA now,
Yep.
which is a little weird too, 30 years later, to have that circle kind of close. And obviously Tim McVeigh.
Of all the news photographers at the scene that day, Phil was the only one to testify at Timothy McVeigh's trial in Denver.
Why you? Do you know why you were picked?
I think my tape also pulled me out. It pretty well encapsulated what happened there that day.
Phil's tape made lawyer depictions real. It showed, rather than told the jury, of the horror.
They're establishing that the event actually happened.
What are you feeling in that moment? What do you remember from that moment?
I mean, it was kind of a surreal moment for me. Been working so long and been living in the aftermath of the bombing, and then to walk in that room and see all the principals right there looking at me.
Right.
It's a wake up. Yeah, I know myself. I guess I was just trying not to screw up.
As journalists, so often you hear that be a person first. That's a moment where you're a person first.
It is, and had to do it. Like I say, I didn't hesitate when I was asked, and part of that is that it was good for me.
For Phil, testifying in the trial was a chance to get some closure. But 30 years later, looking back through his tape, the wounds are still open.
Yeah, look at her face. Oh my God.
And the memories are still fresh.
I didn't sleep basically at all, probably the first 3 or 4 nights.
On that day, Phil was approached by someone who needed help making a call, a mom who had a child in the daycare.
This was before people really carried cell phones, but we had hardwired ones in the cars. And the whole system was just jammed. They couldn't get a call out. Yeah, I think about that a lot.
Why do you think it is that that makes you choked up so much, the personal interactions?
Every story is about people. People are what count. Buildings can be rebuilt. Lives can't.
168 lives forever lost, and countless others forever changed. 30 years later.
God, I remember this. The look on that officer's face kind of says it all.
What Phil saw through his lens that day reminds us why we can never forget. Cameron Seibert, KOCO 5 News.